Hello, hello. Hey, we're live. Let's get the cameras on. We're trying a couple of new things today for those of you at home tuning in, actually here painting with me. Yeah, so a couple of new things we're going to work through today is A, we're on YouTube. Welcome to YouTube. We've been streaming on Twitch this whole time. This is our first time on YouTube. So first thing on YouTube, the other big thing, the other big news is that I now have, where is it? Boom. Look at that. You can see my face. How beautiful is that? Well, what camera we got on? We got the A camera here. Cool. So basically, I turned down my monitor there. Cool. So basically, we got a camera today. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. We're gonna drink a nice little cup of coffee together. Hopefully, I don't burn myself. It's gonna simplify out. I'm gonna get a little smoother and calmer with this. But until then, now that you can see my face, I'm gonna be dealing with a whole lot of weird stress. I'm also gonna be simultaneously, while doing this, shooting footage for my newest video this week, which is me painting Deuce, which is why we're painting today. Trying to get through Deuce. I'm gonna paint him. Here he is. You can see him on the screen. This big bad boy. We're gonna try to finish him today, or at least get as close as we can to done with him. He really only needs like 2 other colors on him, so it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But it's gonna be a slog. We're gonna have to work through it. I worked late last night, did not sleep a whole lot, so I'm kind of in a groggy mood. Hence why we're doing morning cup of joe with coffee with Corey. You see where my head is? Morning coffee, minis, Mouldlines, and mugs. Not always in that order. My head's not working. Hopefully, I'll be able to paint. All right. First off, we're going to shoot a little bit of footage here. Just because. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. The whole point of my video that we're shooting this week is basically trying to shoot Deuce in a week, trying to paint Deuce in a week. I'm trying to keep to my weekly schedule, which is going to be tough this week, and we'll see if it works out. But because of that, I had to paint Deuce in 1 week, on top of being sick and having kids to take care of and having work, trying to finish Deuce in 1 week. The big issue and the ley line of my entire video is, the funny thing is, I started painting Deuce without realizing I don't fucking own blue paint. And it's a weird anomaly. I've got some blue paint. Well, you can see me on the camera, right? I got some blue paint. I've got this like Arctic blue. I forgot that I've got 2 cameras going. Got a little Arctic blue. Got a little flat blue. We got a little Adriatic blue from scale 75. But like, that's really all the blues I own, besides some like Space Wolf gray blue, but that doesn't really translate to Signar. Signar's got a nice, rich, very specific color blue. So today, we're repainting some cool blue, which means I needed to order blue paint. Luckily, it's Thursday. The paint came in on a Wednesday. I was at work all night, but the paint's in today. And let's take a look at it. Let me hit the record on the camera. Pay no attention to how ugly and unclean my airbrush is. I had to wash that. I went off on like an hour and a half line on just trying to paint this boy the other day. For some reason my B camera is looking insane today, so just stand with me. It looked better on the A camera. But trying to paint Butcher for another video. So while things were drying, I was working on Butcher. Went a little wild on the airbrush. I think he looks good. I think he'll look better once we can pick out the details and the reds start to pop. But when everything's red, it's a little hard to tell if the highlights are hitting right, etc. I'm probably going to hit it later today too. and do way too much on it. But I'm trying to enter that one in for a competition piece. So packs unplugged. Watch out for my cool Deuce. Go make sure this isn't focused. Focus. We're shooting a 2K instead of 4K today, so it's gonna be a whole thing to make sure everything is properly set up. I'm gonna turn the music up just a little bit so you don't have to listen just to me draw. Cool. Alright, you at home can see my face talking on this, but other people cannot. They're just gonna hear the video, which is gonna be why you guys are the colors are a little off today. It's because we're recording log. Because you're recording with me. So cool. Here we go. And this box came in. Let's take a look at it. It's going to feel a little rehearsed as I talk, but that's just because I'm making a video too. But realistically, I haven't opened these boxes yet. I haven't looked at them. I ordered all this stuff online on a whim, trying to get the correct color for Signar. Asked a couple of people, what is the correct blue for Signar? And some people just sent me P3 paints, and it's like, that's cool, but I can't get the new P3 paints. And I can't really get the old stuff too well. So, what's the point of that? Look at that. Alright. Our first box of paint came from Delaware. A nice Ogre Hobbies, I think it was called, on eBay. Just make sure everything's in focus. One sharp. These are cool new paints. I've never seen covers like this. So we went in on. I was told that the correct color to use for blue is this Youre turquoise by Scale 75, which is one of my favorite paint companies. I know that they're up for question. A lot of people don't like them. I like Scale 75. But this is the color I've been told looks the closest to Signar. I don't really believe it. I think it's kind of like a little too turquoise. It's almost the same as my other turquoise. Maybe it'll work. We'll check. Let's get a little close up on it. That's as close as I can get. Drilled in blue. Then we also I bought some deeper blues just to kind of get the shadow details I'm going to want. This one literally is just called Deep Blue. Then we got High Rail Blue. I basically bought as a highlight. Got a Mediterranean Blue, which I thought felt closer to. I personally thought that this one felt closer to Signar, but I'm still kind of learning Signar. It's not an army I've played. It's not an army I've painted. Clearly, I stay away from the color blue. When I played Warhammer, I hated the blue armies. So, like, this one is Emerald Blue. I honestly just kind of grabbed everything that I thought would look correct. Boom. Look at all that. Wasn't too expensive. It was like 20 bucks for all these paints. Let's put them up on the shelf. Get a little shot of that with the other camera. Let's see how it looks. These are the paints I got. Not bad. Not bad. They look great. I'm going to use them, definitely. I mean, maybe drilled in turquoise. Looks great. We're going to rack these up on my painting rack over here, because I'm not going to keep them out. Okay. But I'm going to keep out the Youre turquoise to see how we feel about it. How's my face look? Do I look okay? I know I feel tired. I'm kind of a groggy mess today. Again, hence the fucking morning coffee. Where's that, by the way? If you hop in, let me know what coffee are you drinking this morning? What smooth jazz are you listening to this morning? Maybe we could do it together. Okay. And true to form, I spilled coffee all over the floor. I'm having one of those mornings where everything I try to do kind of escalates into 10 other things. Put my coffee cup down, spill coffee on the floor. That kind of deal. Okay, enough of that. Finish that. Let's move on to the next thing. We're going to leave out our turquoise just to see if it looks the way we think it looks. Okay. Turn the volume up on this guy a little bit so I can see if I can actually hear myself. Okay. So next box, got this one from eBay, straight from the absolute motherland of P3 as we know it. Let me know if you chime in with that music so that I'm still trying to balance it. But this was the big fish. So I had trouble. I was looking. I was trying to find out like which paint I wanted, which one would best fit Signar, which one best matches the P3 paint. So which one could it be, right? So I just went big. Found some P3 paints on eBay. Thank you, Seattle. Wonder how much of this is just floating around, because for me this feels like a weird, wild find. But I don't think it's that crazy. But for me, this is like, I found it online. Okay, now that I know these sounds, I'm not talking everything out loud. Check these paints out. I'm really excited. I never got to really dive into P3 paints. I've got a couple of them at home, but they were secondhand from a friend. So these are definitely what Privateer Press assumed, what Privateer Press set as their correct colors for how they envision Signar. Which, because I'm trying to go with the box art, is really good for us. We've got Iron Hull Gray, Iron Hull Gray. We've got Cygnus Yellow, which I think is the color of the swan. Because swan, it's a swan on all the Signar stuff. I was reading last night. It's pretty cool. Someone called it a swan. I was like, what? We got a little rucksack tan. I'm going to pronounce that wrong later. Watch along with us when I say the wrong word for rucksack tan. And get into the blue colors. We got Signar blue base, which is going to be our lower color. It's kind of a different from the I thought. But it's pretty dark blue. It's pretty awesome. It's also maybe thinking Mediterranean blue. This is darker. Kind of love this. I love this color. That's a deep blue. That's so deep blue. Samuel L. Jackson likes it. All right. Here's our blue combo. So now, like, that doesn't look anything like that. That's Signar blue, right? That's Signar blue base. That's a deeper blue. None of those look anything like this, right? So I don't know. It doesn't really. That's not going to work for me. Luckily, we got the Formula One, the Formula P3. So I watch a lot of Formula One. And then I guess this was the highlight, Arcane Blue, or maybe Arcane Blue is for like runes, which is cool because we're gonna be doing that today too. I'm gonna try to dive through everything here. Do I already have Arcane Blue? I'm trying to think about what P3 stuff I have. I do have Arcane Blue already. Cool. Hey, also worked to 100 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna be all over the place today, guys. Whew. All right. Let's see how they held up. Let me go back to my wide camera, because that's going to be my A camera for everything I shoot later. I'm going to play to it. Ooh. Desert. Not what I thought. I thought I was gonna have to like mix these for hours. I don't think anyone actually mixes them for hours. That's hyperbole. I thought I was gonna have to do a whole lot of shaking. But these paints seem pretty good. No separation. When I do the official video, I have to make sure to shout out the thrift store that sold me these from Seattle. Pretty excited about it. So those are our two colors for the day. We're going to start with those at the very least. Sea Thrift eBay store in SeaTac, Washington. Not Seattle at all, but thank you, Sea Thrift. I think you've saved my week. I'm gonna open the window. There's been some people doing lawns today. It's fucking November. And it's raining out, so I don't know who's doing lawn work, but hopefully it doesn't ruin our sound. It's just hot in here. Sorry for all the noise. Just gonna set up the palette really quick. Shouldn't take too long. All my junk brushes are getting a little too junky. Have to clean those soon. That's a beautiful shade of blue. Whew, true to form, I forgot my rinse cup. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that horn hits real well. That's a nice horn. I hope you guys feel like you're at a nice Brooklyn coffee shop with me over here on Lazy Sunday. I feel like I'm in a nice Brooklyn coffee shop. It's not costing me $8 for a coffee. Because today, I'm drinking K-Cup. Alright, let's get the boy to the table. Hello, boy. Everybody meet Deuce. Deuce, this is everybody. Everybody, this is Deuce. I've been working hard on Deuce today. Again, I will be painting and filming this, so you're kind of looking at a log image because my camera can't do both right now. So I apologize if it looks really flat. Hopefully you guys get the idea though. Okay. Got a little road map here. Oh, that's cool. That's probably how my day's going. Boom. Great. Paint costs like $2. I'm not too worried about that. That's just fucking annoying though. Sorry for the language, YouTube. I'm working on it. Alright, there's some green tones to that shadow. So what I was thinking about doing, right, was just gonna do this to this. Like that's the highlight, that's the base coat, right? But what I like to do is start basing with the shadow detail and then work my way up to the base. I know how insane that sounds, and maybe I just shouldn't do that today. So I'm trying to finish this model in time. And also plate armor, so like, probably just get away with oil washing it. I hate washing it to get contrast. Oh. My other question just comes down to also like, how much does the shadow color match on here? Because that's more of a teal. That might be problematic in its own. Alright, I'm gonna save my day here. We're just gonna base coat the normal shade. We're gonna do this the normal way. Not get too crazy with it. Just needs to hit the tabletop. Very soon. I have a 3-year-old at home who watches me paint, and he loves painting with me. But every time he watches me lick my brush, his first thought is like, "Daddy, why do you do that?" And I don't have a good answer for him. I mean, I know why I do it, but I don't have a good... I can't tell him not to do it because I do it. So I gotta try not to do it around him. Well, welcome to the party, guys, because I'm gonna be doing it all day. Hopefully I can keep this in focus while I do this. When you start painting somewhere that matters a lot less than the head. Need more light. Is that And then the other angle. Only a little bit. Whatever. I'm gonna suck it up and turn on the overhead light. So I made this bold decision before that I was going to paint this entire thing silver, so I wouldn't have to worry about finding the silver and picking out the silver, which was great. It's phenomenal. It all looks good. But now I'm going to have the same exact issue with the blue because there's so much blue on here. I was also considering just airbrushing all these plates, but to cover up all the silver plates might be a lot. I'm also definitely overworking this paint, but it's super thin. He's gonna look sick though when he's done. There's that very real moment where you start to see all the very real moment where you start to like see everything come together instead of just one color. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn my lights on. I can't see the crevices. I'm gonna go blinds. All right, back in the saddle. Let's go. You're gonna hear me talk a lot like that as we go. It's just a lot of me firing myself up when I'm tired. Now I can see. There's this moment from the show Fairly Odd Parents. Like, I think half of my life is just remembering random pop culture moments that no one else is gonna remember. Like SpongeBob quotes and Fairly Odd Parents quotes. So there's a moment in Fairly Odd Parents where this guy doesn't have his glasses and he can't fight. He can't see what's going on. He's like, I can't see my glasses. And so someone gets him his glasses. He goes, I can see. And then he gets bulky and muscly. He goes, I can fight. And like every time I turn lights on, that's the first thing I think of every time. I can see. I can fight. It's going on thicker than I'd like it to. Maybe I'm just not used to P3. Hopefully that's the case. Should you be thinner? I think half of this is me just getting used to P3 paints also. It's definitely got a creamier texture to it than other paints. Big concern is constantly not laying this on too thick. Also, newsflash, I don't paint a lot of giant fighting robots, so I'm not used to doing big armor plates. So it's going to be a fun experience for me. It's not exactly spreading the way I'd like it to. It moves a lot, like I can move it around. It doesn't dry fast enough that I This is a weird experience. I gotta stop touching it. I'm almost getting a little paranoid. Is it going on thicker than I think? If anybody's watching this, you've got tips for painting with P3 paints, hit me up. Oh, you know what it is? That's annoying. Okay. I might have to stop this actually. I know why it's moving that way. I have a gloss varnish on here. Maybe I could work through it. Trying to actively decide if this was like, it's a bad idea to continue, it's a good idea to continue. I feel like the oil paints are dry, they're a little tack. Might be a wait for another day, work on Butcher maybe. I think it's just the first line down is getting glossed. Getting a little gloss action. Oh jeez, there's so much. After that, like once you get off the first coat, the second coat kind of to take a little better. Maybe I should take a break, matte varnish this, try to seal everything up, and come back tonight. But like, if you look at that, that's looking pretty sick. Maybe doing an oil wash step in between was probably a bad idea. I could have just been a little more patient. Maybe that's what the video this week will be about. Being patient in mini pain. There's one like that. That's just giving me hope. Everything else is making me sad. I think I'm just going to cut my losses before I do any damage here. And put him aside. Maybe let the oil wash dry a little better. Maybe that's what's wrong. Like, it's gonna look sick, and the paint, once it's down, looks pretty awesome. My fear is that I'm gonna paint over an oil wash, or paint over this gloss, and it's just going to undo all my work, or make me unnecessarily add layers, and ruin my paint job. I think it's important to have some foresight into these kinds of things, so I don't ruin things ahead of time. Maybe we'll get to work on maybe we'll do some work on one of the Black 13. We've got all this blue. Why waste it? Maybe tomorrow we'll come back and do the other guys. Let's look up some art for Black 13. Yeah, so kind of sounds as if yeah, shit. That oil's still tanky. I'm just gonna wait and let it dry and not ruin anything here. Maybe I'll just pivot this week. Do you think I could get through Kane in one day? It sounds terrible, but maybe this video this week will be Alistair Kane. So Black 13th wears black. Okay. I'm trying to look at the colors. I'm like, what color does the Black 13th wear? Oh yeah, black. That makes sense. But their inner coats are not black. What have I done? Let's look at the box art. Oh, the box art has them. Well, they're wearing black there too. Pops of blue, but mostly black. We're gonna start working on Kane. Let's do it. Maybe this week will just become Kane week. How to pivot. Lazy Sunday. What color is his jacket though? Is it brown? He wears a brown coat, right? Okay. Maybe I should have just taken Youre. Maybe I should have let Matt paint these guys. Oh yeah, that lays so much better. Got like a death grip on my mini today. We almost went on so smooth that I'm paranoid that it's thick. But if I'm learning anything this week, it's to, you know, maybe give the paint a minute to dry. Wash it down just a little bit. Wet it down just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's better. That's flowy. I was going crazy. I was so sure that in the other model that I was going too thin. And I get to a normal model and it's too thick. Which I think really speaks to the gloss slash not dry oil issue. Oh man, that jazz is hitting. Let's go. Dear Matt O'Brien, dear Mobhammer, I gave you the easy models. People are confused about what I'm doing with the airbrush. I'm just kind of hitting it with air so the paint dries a little faster. It's not really a necessity by any means. I'm just being a little impatient lately. And if this week is going to teach me anything, it's going to teach me how to be patient. Or use an airbrush to dry my paints. What you got? Completely unnecessary. It's probably not even doing what I want it to do. Oy. No! Oh. Ah. In case anyone wants to know what just happened, I flipped the model upside down and destroyed the smoke coming out of his back gun. So. Man. This day's a hard day on me. Thank you for being here with me, guys. gonna cut that camera. Try my best to not paint over that goose. I absolutely love that Signar's logo is a giant goose. I'll be naming all of my lists from now on. The goose is on the loose. It's not covering the way I thought it would. I don't know if that's a paint problem or if that's just a me problem. There's some streakiness in that shoulder pads that I'm not in love with. Oh, hey, Bob. You can't hear me. You just said you can't hear me. I don't need to tell anybody about P3 paints, but I definitely need to water it down a lot further than I did to get it to where I wanted it consistently, which probably has a lot more to do with the age and stagnation of the paint than anything. But once it's where you want it, it boogies, man. Being able to move it around on the model is something special. Definitely something special. So this is what's bugging me. That's what's bugging me right there. It's just not, maybe it's like went on too thick. The shoulder pad just got like deposits of blue in one spot and then light blue in others. Like it didn't go uneven. Maybe that's a coverage thing, but I think that might have just been a thinning thing, and I don't like being the guy who makes the thinning mistakes. It's gonna drive me nuts. Like it's a little better after a second coat. Maybe it's a little bit of coverage, but seeing brush strokes in the model is a real mental issue. But Signar blue, man, that's a deep blue. It's not another list name. The goose on the shoulder is called the Cygnus. That's the insignia Cygnar. So definitely my next list is going to be called Down with the Cygnus. Ooh, you know? What's the point of this game if I can't be clever? That's really all the blue cane wears, huh? That's pretty wild. All right, we're taking a break. Okay, so this is exactly the current day I'm having. I've spilled my coffee like 5 different times. The oil wash here is not sealed or cured. I'm literally still pulling it off with this sponge. So at this point, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Painting cane I thought would have helped, but I don't know, my eyes aren't as sharp today as I'd like them to be. So I'm gonna go. There's no point in me painting badly on stream and aggressively. So I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna clean up. Maybe I'll come back on later tonight. If not, I gotta figure out how to seal this guy and get him dry sooner than later. Outside of hitting him with an air dryer, outside of hitting him with like a hair dryer, which is not gonna go well. I don't want to melt him. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having a cup of coffee with me. We're gonna try to make this a weekly deal. Maybe I'll set it up for next Thursday. Late nights on Tuesdays, early mornings on Thursdays. We'll see. That would be nice. See you guys later. Have a good night. Have a good day. My words don't even fucking make sense. So I'm gonna go drink 8 more cups of coffee. Maybe curl into a ball. Alright. See you later, Lazy Sunday gamers.